focus on, but also that we should all focus on, which is the rebounding. You were going up against a team #2 in the nation in rebounding. I don't really care who the opponents are. They were an elite rebounding team, and you guys out-rebounded them 44-41. What did you think about your team's effort on the glass tonight?
I thought we made a good team effort on the glass. And, every guy I got is a bright guy in basketball. He knows every guy knows if a team doesn't rebound, you're going to have a hard time winning. And we've gotten embarrassed a couple times on the glass in our previous performances against solid teams. Weber rebounds the ball really well, as you mentioned. In the games that they've had, they've been excellent on the glass. We knew they'd be physical. They try to take advantage of us. I'm going to give a special shout out to Tama, 9 rebounds. He was sticking his nose in there. We got some tough-minded guys. We survived some foul trouble and got enough rebounds to win. I thought we did it with our defense, with lockdown defense for a good period in that early part of the second half to separate from these guys. And it was a home win we badly needed. So it's good to see us defend and rebound and get the win.
Not to mention you guys had 9 blocks, an impressive performance from your bigs. I know McBurney, Griffin, Akiva went down in the first half with an ankle injury. What can you share? Obviously he gutted it out, showed tremendous toughness.
He's fine. I mean, I'm really hopeful I can get these young guys, and Akiva's not that young. We got to get to a point where we're not fearful of injuries. I mean, fearful teams show softness, and injuries can happen. We've been victimized by injuries and weird things, more in the last 2 years than ever. But scared teams don't win. And I don't think, it's natural when you feel something to be scared that something's important to you is taken away. But I hope we can break that habit that's shown up in a lot of NBA basketball. We need to be healthy. We need to be tougher. We need to be stronger. A lot of that's a mentality. Credit to Akiva for walking that thing off, which is what I thought he would do, and helping us stretch the lead and win the game late.
You mentioned Tama Isaac. I think sometimes it's easy for people to take for granted the fact that this guy is a freshman and he's coming in playing like a seasoned vet. 14 points, but you said more importantly the 9 rebounds as a guard. It's early on, just 4 games into the year, but what do you think about what he's given you guys as a group in the early part of the season?
Well, he's a high-level competitor. That's where it starts in our program, the level that guys learn to compete at. He was a high-level competitor tonight. We've seen that at times. There have been other times with this group where we haven't shown ourselves to be high-level competitors. But he wasn't the story of the game. The story of the game is Jurian Dixon tonight. Jurian Dixon played their best player and just dictated the entire matchup with his defense. And I thought his defense led to his offense, gave him some confidence. He looked like a high-level dude in this game and made an impact on both sides of the ball. Really, really impressed with what I saw from him tonight. That was right on time.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about him. He just matched his career high 23, but it just looked, it looked so much.
Defensive effort. I mean, everybody's going to focus on the offense if that's his career high, but guy he was tasked with guarding, averaging 18 a game, and setting the table for them. And he was hurried all night. He was uncomfortable all night. And he struggled all night. And that's a credit to our team, but it starts with Jurian.
Yeah, he was consistent, and you guys as a team had 38 free throws. I know, again, it starts with the defense, but a lot of those fouls and transition buckets came off the defense. You guys stayed aggressive. What did you think about the offensive side and your team's aggressive mentality throughout the night?
Well, we looked like a young team closing the game and handling the ball in the second half. And some of our shot selection I thought was really questionable with a lead. And so we'll learn a lot from this game, and we're going to continue to get better offensively. We're going to have multiple guys who can handle the ball, and so if we can work to move the ball and get paint touches and develop our big guys, both in finishing around the rim and in the ability to make those shots that we haven't made many of yet from the perimeter, I think this team can keep getting a lot better. That's the name of the game this time of year. We got to keep improving. I'd like for these guys to focus on our defensive and rebounding improvements most as we work out how to play to different guys in different moments. Our defense should lead to offense. We were good in transition in this game, and that's got to be how we establish ourselves as a good team if that's going to happen for this group.
And finally, you excited for Cancun? I know you're not quite there, but the Cancun Challenge is it's more just a statement again about the program that you have being invited to take part in a tournament like that. Obviously, it starts at Utah Valley, but then you get to play. And I know you come home against Northern.
Yeah. We don't go to Cancun for a while.
You don't go to Cancun yet.
We have a big game against Utah Valley. Another team from the WAC. Cal Baptist embarrassed us in our house. They're also from the WAC. We'll have to play well to have a chance to win that game. We've built some tradition of winning road games, and I think defense and rebounding will travel. I'll be interested to see if we can back tonight's effort up in the next one, because you never know how young teams are going to respond early on the road. We've got that game, and then and they're a good team. Utah Valley is a really good team. They're going to challenge us. And then Northern Iowa back in the Bren is a high-level game. Northern Iowa's been destroying people, mostly at home. They're going to have to come here and play us. After we went there and beat them last year, they'll remember that well. So I hope fans of mid-major basketball will be back here for that, and then Cancun's after that. So we'll have a couple neutral games in that Thanksgiving period. It's a big stretch for us to get challenged. I'm interested to see how these guys respond. I do think that there's a great chance that Andre Henry will be back in the next game, or if not the next game, the one after that. He's a big part of the continued improvement of this team, and we just got to keep our focus on improving, getting better.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see it. Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Okay,
again.
Thanks, Jonah. I appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by. That's
Okay,
Coach Turner after the 79-70 win for UC Irvine here at home.